Treatment of blood parasite. The blood parasites, these are the types of the protozoans and the responsible for many clinical conditions to the humans. The prerequisite for this lecture, you should know the life cycle of the malaria amongst the blood parasite. The most important here is malaria, and we will see also leishmaniasis and the filariasis. So you should know the life cycle of the malaria, what are the signs and symptoms, including leishmaniasis and the filariasis. Objectives to be covered in the lecture. In our booklet, there are 10 objectives. You are able to see on the screen. The first one is list anti-malarial drugs used to prevent the malaria. List the anti-malarial drugs used for radical cure. Third one is used for the prevention of the transmission. And anti-malarial drugs belongs to quinoline group and describe their mechanism of action. Mention the clinical uses, adverse drug reactions, contraindications, drug interactions of the anti-malarial drugs from the quinoline categories, from the antifolate categories, and from the antibiotics, including their mechanism of actions. And the last one is the pharmacology of drug used to treat leishmaniasis and filariasis. The generally malaria is caused by the four main species, as you know. Plasmodium falciparum, the first one, Plasmodium vivax, and the Plasmodium ovale, and the last one is the Plasmodium malariae. Among these four types of the malaria, the most death rate occurs, as per the some research, the most death rate occurs in the uh, Plasmodium falciparum, and it is quite challenge for the doctors to treat the patient with the Plasmodium falciparum. The first objective is list the anti-malarial drug used to prevent malaria. To prevent the malaria, how can we prevent the malaria? And for prevention purpose, for prophylaxis purpose, we can use these six drugs generally recommended by the Center of Disease Control, and these are the atovaquone, progonil. These are the combinations. Atovaquone plus progonil. This combination is widely used for treatment and prevention also. Second one is the chloroquine. Third one is the mefloquine, primaquine, doxycycline, and tafenoquine. Here I mentioned click on the drug for detailed pharmacology. If you click on this purple color any drug, you will landing to the pharmacology, all pharmacology informations, including the indication use of the specific drug, their adverse effect, drug interaction, contraindications, use in the pregnancy, mechanism of action, pharmacokinetics, including absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. All information you will get from the Medscape if you click just on the uh, this purple color drug names. Now, why there is a prevention? Here I again mention for detailed reading, click here. So if you click here, we will move to the next page, which is provided by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. And Centers for the Disease Control and Prevention has giving some guideline for choosing a drug to prevent malaria. Considerations when choosing a drug for malaria prophylaxis. Recommendations for drug to prevent malaria differ by country of travel and can be found in malaria information by the country. Recommended drugs for each country are listed in this table by the alphabetical order and have comparable efficacy in the country. And please note that no anti-malarial drug is 100% protective and must be combined with the use of personal protective measures, that is insect repellent, use of the long sleeves, long pants, sleeping in mosquito free setting, or using an insecticide treated bed nets. For all medicines, also consider the possibility of drug-drug interactions and with other medicines that the person might be taking, as well as other medical contraindications such as drug allergies. When several different drugs are recommended for an area, this following table is might be helpful for the decision. So as I mentioned, there are 6 drugs we can use for the prevention of malaria if anyone wish to travel in the country where the prevalence of the malaria is higher. So to prevent from the malaria, the person can take these drugs. The first one is atocoprogonil. Atocoprogonil, and this is the combination of the drug, and this combination is termed as Malarone. For the adults, 1 tablet daily can take, and for the children, the dose is mentioned here. Reason that might make you consider using this drug, the Center for Disease Control has given the reason why should one take this drug. Good for last minute travelers because the drug started 1 to 2 days before traveling to an area where malaria transmission occur. So if the person is going to the area or any location, any city, any country where the malaria prevalence rate is high, to prevent from this malaria, he can take the tablet atovaquone progonil, 1 adult tablet daily. Some people prefer to take a daily medicine, and it is a good choice for shorter trips because you only have to take the medicine for 7 days after the traveling rather than 4 weeks. If you came back from that specific area location where the malaria rate is high, you can continue just for 1 week. No need for the 1 month, just for 1 week, and you will be prevented for the malaria transmissions. This is very well tolerated medicine. Side effects are unknown. Pediatric tablets are available and may be more convenient. This is a reason that might make you consider using this drug? Reason that might make you avoid using this drug? Who should avoid to take this drug? Cannot be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding or a child less than 5 kg. Avoid to take this drug. Cannot be taken by the people with several renal impairment, tends to be more expensive than some of the other options, especially for trips a long duration. And some people, including children, would rather not take medicines every day. So most important is that if the person is having renal failure, or woman is pregnant, or the breastfeeding, or the children less than 5 kg. Another important drug is chloroquine. Chloroquine is the most important drugs, but the problem, most of the areas and most of the countries found to be resistance to chloroquine. So what is the dose for chloroquine? Adult 300 milligram base. So generally it is available as a chloroquine phosphate. So chloroquine and the chloroquine phosphate is the same. Phosphate is a salt to increase the solubility, absorption, and pharmacokinetics. So it is generally need once a week for the adult, once a week. And for the children, the dose is available. You can calculate according to the weight. Reason that might make you consider using these drugs. Some people would rather take medicine weekly. Yes. Before one, the first one we've seen atovaquone and the progonil, the patient or person, not patient, the person have to take daily for the prevention, and the chloroquine just once a dose, 300 milligram. Some people would rather take medicine weekly, good choice for long trips because it is taken only weekly. Yes. Some people are already taking hydroxychloroquine chronically for rheumatologic conditions. Hydroxychloroquine, if you hear this word hydroxychloroquine, you may have some memories in your mind, because from the last few months, the hydroxychloroquine, the brother of chloroquine, the hydroxychloroquine is generally emergency approved and authorized for the used in the management of the coronavirus disease COVID-19 by the United States FDA, but it's not approved treatment for the COVID-19, just authorized for emergency use, and not found useful because it has adverse effect of the cardiovascular, we can say it is having the contraindications for the cardiovascular patients. And in the SLE treatment of the systemic lupus erythematosus, you also studied the hydroxychloroquine is also used in the management of the rheumatic arthritis. Hydroxychloroquine chronically for rheumatologic conditions. In those instances, they may not have to take an additional medicine. Yes. So if the person is taking the medicines from the SLE or for the rheumatoid arthritis, or he is taking hydroxychloroquine, no need to take chloroquine again, because these are the tools are the same from the quinoline categories, can be used in all all trimesters of the pregnancy. So chloroquine is found to be useful in all trimesters of pregnancy. It is most important because the choosing of the right drug during the pregnancy is very difficult task. So the chloroquine, please keep in the mind, chloroquine can be used in all trimesters of the pregnancy. Reason that might you make the avoid using this drug. Where to avoid this chloroquine? Cannot be used in areas with chloroquine or mefloquine resistance. Now, the chloroquine, if you see the last word, we can say suffix is queen. So the drug is from the category of quinoline class. If you see the last word is, or we can say suffix in the medical term is queen, so you can consider it is in the from the category of the quinoline. That's why there is a chloroquine, mefloquine. So it cannot be used in areas with chloroquine or mefloquine resistance. Yeah, this is the most the chloroquine is the most important drugs and it is used in all trimesters of the pregnancy in the pregnant woman. It can be also used in the children, but what is the problem? Resistance. And it also may exacerbate the psoriasis. Some people would rather not take weekly medications for trips of the short duration. Some people would rather not take medications for 4 weeks after travel. So these medications, what is the drawbacks? Okay, this is a weekly medicine, but after travel, when anyone wish to visit the area where the malaria prevalence rate is high, and after he finishes travel, he come back to his area at home, he has to continue medication for 4 weeks, means 4 doses, and not a good choice for last minute travelers because the drug need to be started 1 to 2 weeks prior to the travel, because it is a weekly dose. So if anyone travel, if anyone plan he has to go tomorrow suddenly, so he cannot take this medication, so he have to take the another drug which is has to be taken daily basis, not for the weekly basis. So chloroquine, then we will see primaquine. Primaquine, the adult dose is 30 milligram available base daily, and children's dose is also available. Begin 1 2 days prior to the travel, daily during travel, and for the 7 days after leaving the specific prevalent malaria area. Reason that might make you consider using this drug, it is one of the most effective medicines for preventing Plasmodium vivax, and so it is a good choice for travel to place with more than 90% Plasmodium vivax. If there is a report from the medical agency that the specific area having the prevalent rate or more cases of the malaria with Plasmodium vivax, then he can take the Primaquine, the best one drug. Good choice for the shorter trips because you only have to take the medicines for 7 days after traveling rather than 4 weeks, because in the case of the chloroquine we have to take medications weekly and last until when travel finish 4 weeks. Good for last minute travelers because the drug is started 1 to 2 days before traveling to an area where malaria transmission occurs. Some people prefer to take daily medicines. Now, please consider in the mind a reason that might make you avoid using this drug, because primaquine and the quinoline categories including chloroquine, primaquine, mefloquine, These all categories of the drug are having one specific adverse effect, and we can say hemolysis. Cannot be used in patient with glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. If the person having the glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, and took this medication or take this medication primaquine, it may result into the hemolysis. Cannot be used in the patient who have not been tested for glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. So before to take these medications primaquine, it is very necessary the patient report should be uh, available for the glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme. There are cost and delays associated with getting a glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase test done. However, it only has to be done once. Once a normal 6 glucose phosphate dehydrogenase level is verified and documented, the test does not have to be repeated the next time primaquine is considered. Just one time. Cannot be used by the pregnant woman. Yes, we have seen that chloroquine can be used in the pregnant woman, but the primaquine, no. Cannot be used by the women who are breastfeeding unless the infant has also been tested for glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. Some people, including children, would rather not take medications every day. Some people are concerned about the potential of getting an upset stomach from primaquine. So these are the precautions should be take while prescribing the primaquine. And remember about the glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. Mefloquine. For the mefloquine, reason that might make you consider using this drug, some people would rather take medications weekly. So it is and available weekly. Mefloquine, same like chloroquine, you can take 250 milligram salt tablet and including only 220 milligram the drug weekly. Good choice for the long trip because it is taken only weekly and can be used during pregnancy. So, from the quinoline category, you can use chloroquine and the mefloquine during pregnancy, but avoid the use of primaquine. It is not recommended in the pregnancy because the effect of the teratogenicity. Reason that might make you avoid using these drugs: cannot be used in the mefloquine resistance. Yes, same problem with the chloroquine and the mefloquine. The resistance cannot be used in patient with certain psychiatric conditions because it may exacerbate the psychiatric illness. Cannot be used in patient with the seizure disorder and not recommended for person with cardiac condition abnormalities. Not a good choice for last minute travelers because a drug need to be started at least 2 weeks prior to the travel. And some people would rather not take a weekly medications for trips of the short durations. Some people would rather not take medications for 4 weeks after travel. Yeah, the people should have consider the drugs after the travel finish 4 weeks because the incubation period of this malarial parasite is more than 2 weeks, so it should be recommended. Then we have seen the chloroquine, mefloquine, primaquine, and among these three, the primaquine is not considered in the pregnancy. Let us see about the tafenoquine. Tafenoquine's 200 milligram dose is available and begin daily for 3 days prior to the travel, weekly during travel, and for 1 week after leaving. Yes, this dose of the tafenoquine is different. Begin daily for 3 days prior to the travel, weekly during the travel, and 1 week after leaving. The best one, yes. One of the most effective drug for the preventing of the Plasmodium vivax malaria, but also prevent Plasmodium falciparum. Yes, and the Plasmodium falciparum is the challenge for the management. Good choice for the shorter trips because you only have to take the medicines once 1 week after traveling rather than 4 weeks. No need to take the medicines 4 weeks because chloroquine and the mefloquine we have to take 4 weeks. We have to continue 4 weeks after the travel finished. Good for last minute travelers because the drug is started 3 days before traveling to an area where malaria transmission occur. Cannot be used in patient with glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. Same. So we cannot use the primaquine and the tafenoquine with the glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. So it's very important. Cannot be used in patients who have not been tested. Same, cannot be used by the children, cannot be used by the pregnant women, cannot be used by women who are breastfeeding, and not recommended in those with the psychotic disorder. So the same for the primaquine and the tafenoquine precautions we have to take. The last one is doxycycline. Doxycycline is an antibiotic from the we can say the class of tetracycline. Doxycycline adult 100 milligram daily. Reason that might make you consider using this drug: some people prefer to take daily medicines because it is a daily dose. Good for last minute traveler. Same reason, tends to be the least expensive anti-malarial. Okay, some people are already taking doxycycline chronically for prevention of acne. So in those instances, they do not have to take an additional medicine. And doxycycline also can prevent some additional infections like rickettsy, leptopsoriasis, and so it may be preferred by people planning to do lots of hiking, camping, and wading and swimming in a fresh water. Cannot be used by the pregnant women and children less than 8 years old. So tetracycline and the children, tetracycline and the doxycycline category should be avoided in the pregnant women. Some people should rather not take medicines every day, and for trips of short duration, some people would rather not take medications for 4 weeks after travel. So it is recommended to take this drug last 4 weeks. Women prone to getting vaginal yeast infections when taking antibiotics may prefer taking a different medicine. And these are the sun exposures and upset stomachs are the adverse effects for the doxycycline. So this is the medicines which are used to prevent the malaria.